Okay, let's try to watch the language. There's children present, huh?
Broadcasting live in between your parents' silk sheets.
That's disgusting.
Broadcasting from the bathroom after Kirstie Alley had an all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet.
Ay, caramba.
Who cares where we broadcast from? My pants are down and my nipples are hard.
Oh, baby.
Hello, this is Christopher Walken. You're listening to the Modern Problems radio show hosted by Shotgun, Jay Spin, and Davey Love. You fat bastard.
What the hell was that?
I was just going to say,
Thanks.
What was that?
Shotgun,
Where
what
did
was
that come from? What is that?
That was just a thank you to our listeners.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Oh, that was so
Thank
gay.
you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
hey, we was talking about Frank.
Frank you. Frank you.
Oh, thank you. There you go. That was a good one. You're getting randy with me. And I don't mean in the frank. I'm not being frank with you right now. So, Zach, you've come back and forth to Connecticut, and you've gone to Michigan. Which one do you prefer?
Oh, I definitely prefer Michigan.
Yeah.
But Connecticut's a close third.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's second?
Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii's
In
the
my
best.
list of states, it goes Michigan, Hawaii.
Where'd you go in Hawaii?
The main island.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went to Maui, and I said, if I ever go back there again, I'm never coming back. Because the guy cleaning the urinal cakes is having a better day than we are right now.
Yeah, if you're going to be homeless somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well be there.
Exactly.
And how do you like Michigan, Ashley?
I like it. I would say it kind of is like Connecticut, except for more spread out.
Right.
Like it's the same, though.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a lot colder.
And there's
That
much
much.
more to do, obviously.
And there's
Yeah.
the Great Lakes.
Where I'm from here.
Makes it a lot colder.
And the playoff Lions.
Right.
Well, I mean,
Hey, we
well,
got the Patriots. Whoa.
yeah, I'm a Giants fan, so.
Well,
Oh, yeah, the Giants are playing right now.
this is the first time in my adult life.
We're going to have a rivalry.
That
They're
the
going to play the
Lions have been in
Lions,
the
then we're going to
playoffs,
have to
so-
fight.
That's true.
Right. I'm a Falcons guy, you know.
I think I was just talking the other day. I said I hate all Atlanta sports.
I'm
said
from
that.
Atlanta, so.
Yeah.
He hates
But-
Ohio, too.
Oh
he
my
does?
gosh.
Well, a lot of the Atlanta teams I hate. Like now I like the Falcons, but for the Mike Vick years I couldn't stand it, you know.
Yeah.
That's when it kind of went gangster. You know, the guy couldn't catch the ball and he's throwing up the half peace sign to the whole crowd. You know, what the hell's that about?
So I guess you
know?
hate the Eagles then, huh?
Oh yeah, I do. I hate the Eagles now.
I've always disliked the Eagles.
I like Detroit, though. I do like Detroit. But the only thing is I kind of hope they lose tomorrow. And only reason why is so we get the 5th seed. Because then we'll play the Giants or Dallas, which will be an easier game than playing the Saints. I don't want to play the Saints again.
Yeah.
They look
Yeah.
tough.
They're very healthy and young, and
Yeah.
Drew
that's
Brees.
what it really
Drew Brees
is.
is all
Drew
right.
Brees is the man, so.
The only thing is I think if you take that mole off his face, he won't play that good.
You should
That's a secret
go
power.
downtown and have a rat knot on.
Jerry, you're all awfully quiet.
He
Oh,
ain't
that's
got
right.
no
You don't
mic.
have a mic. Sorry about that.
He's Michaelis for the day.
So is Frank.
Thank God, because that's one thing I noticed. He could never stop talking.
You know what it was? He could never not interrupt you. Like, he'd ask for a response from you, and if you're giving it to him and it's not what he wants, he would interrupt you all the time. So it was like, eventually you just sat
you're
back and
giving
you're
it to
like,
him and it's not what he
there's
wants.
no, there was no
He's gonna
point in
interrupt
talking
you.
Yeah.
anymore.
I got to give you credit, man. When I watched the reunion, if I was you and the way he said the stuff to her, I would have killed him. And I could see you, man, dude. You were about to Hulk out, man. Your veins were going. I was like, oh, shit. He's going to kill him.
I mean, either way, he wouldn't have won because, like, Frank saw him not saying anything, and he comes up to me. He's like, I just hate how Zach never defends you. That's what he said to me. I'm like, you're the one attacking me. What do you mean? And then, like, but then he would have, like, said the same thing if he got mad at him. He would have been like, I hate how he gets mad, you know? I'm like,
You just can never please him.
you can't.
Well, he was horrible. What he would do, he'd be like, I can't stand you. Come on, let's fight. Come on. And then after you're, like, ready to kill him, he's like, I love you, man. I just want to hang out with you, you know? Like,
You know, I think
Everyone wants to be my friend.
he wants to antagonize you to fight, and then when you're ready to kill him, then he wants a hug, and he wants
The
to know
one
why you're
thing,
not
though,
friends and analyze you.
watching back this season, like, seeing what everyone said overall, I see that with him. I think he legitimately did just want to be friends. So I feel like it came from a good place, but he does not know how to direct himself ever or really,
Right.
like, go about anything. That he does it in such a bad manner that it just turns bad on him.
Well, he
because
might-
I could see him just being like, I just wanted to like hang out. Like I could kind of see it, and I felt like, oh, maybe he did just want to be friends, but he does it in such a bad way.
He did make one point, and that was that every time he did things,
Yeah.
no one would stop him and be like, yo, you know that's wrong, right? And I guess during them 3 months, every time, you know, he was yelling out loud, people would be like, what is wrong with you? You don't do that, you know? So maybe he's just been spoiled. The people that were around him just didn't care to stop him.
I always said to him during the season, I'm like, it was how you were raised. And he would get so mad at me. He's like, Ashley, it's not about how you were raised. I'm like, it's absolutely
Yeah, it
how you were
is.
raised. I'm like, you're with your parents for 18 years. Obviously that has something to do with your character.
He said his
how
parents
you-
are a pushover, so he pushed his parents
and
over.
he always hated when I used that as a reason. I was like, I'm the way I am because I grew up with parents that were conservative and like this and that. And he
Right.
he hated that. But
How much do you think production kind of had an impact on the way you would proceed throughout the show?
Oh, they took out every single, like, anytime she did anything, like, different from what they showed, that was cut out. Anytime I did something nice or, like, did something that, like, you wouldn't expect me to do, that's not on the show. Like, everything nice that I did, like, they made me out to be, like, this, like, mythical beast. Like, that
Mythical
just is a
beast.
dickhead.
Here comes Thor
Yeah.
out of the shower.
Now, did you actually go places with them and interacted with them?
Yes, all the time.
The thing
And they
is-
cut all those parts off.
and
Yes.
yeah, and during
We
the
went
reunion,
golfing with Frank.
We did. We went golfing. And I
Oh
even
man,
remember
stick and
that
balls.
right now.
Not a good
Hey, Frank, quit playing with your putter.
And the thing is, they
Hole
had
in
so
one.
much.
Frank could really drive him home.
Let me clean your balls.
The thing about the show is after they watch all the footage, they decide what your
Speak closer to the mic.
what your quote unquote
Thank
character is going to be.
Right.
And so once they establish that, it really doesn't matter what you did. They're only going to use the stuff that goes with what they want your story to be, basically. So
Oh, yeah, we know about that from Amber. Remember, they made
Oh,
her
yeah.
out to look racist, you know?
Are
They
you
cut
guys
out her-
happy with how you came out during
I'm honestly
in the show?
not upset. I was upset about a couple of things sometimes, but then when I looked at the overall picture at the end, I was like, honestly, it doesn't look that bad. I thought it was a lot worse, like as it was going through. But
Yeah.
At the end
What
of the
about
day,
you?
it made it look like y'all was just a couple getting to know each other, and it's
and that kind of is how it was.
yeah
It
on
really
a regular
was.
for 3 months.
I
the-
think they were jealous that they didn't find their significant other there. You know, that's what I think happened.
too busy jumping around.
Yeah.
What you call this girl had what 35 people she said that she messed with within
Yeah.
them 3 months. That's a lot of people.
I mean, I think in reality,
Who are
everybody
you talking about,
wants.
Sam?
yeah,
Yeah.
35.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Everyone wants
Really?
to find someone in life.
Yeah, but
you know,
if Sam shakes
Exactly.
hands with a girl, she considers that hooking up.
Sam was so funny about it though.
That is hooking up. It's called a hand job.
She literally had a notebook like that had like a key with little symbols of like what she did with the person. So it would be like Jackie, Amy, Kara, and then it'd be like a circle, a square, a triangle, and like you go up to the key and it would say like what the triangle meant,
Oh
what the
my
circle
God.
meant. It
She
was
had a
so
map
funny.
of her life.
No, she had a hookup advent calendar.
Oh, we were in a bad mood. Zach would always get it and be like, let's read her notebook today. She knew. She didn't care.
Oh my gosh. And then the part that I almost threw up was when you said Nate had sex with that girl and looked like a troll and the whole house smelled.
It smelled.
Yeah, but that was hysterical. It was disgusting, but it was so funny because we were walking by his room, and all of a sudden we hear, "Hello, big boy," and I was like,
Oh,
"Yes." And then if you move the curtain, it was like opening a door to a porta potty. You just got hit with like a wall.
Yeah,
of,
it was-
like,
Oh, man.
But Nate was on like a 3-day binger at that point, and like
Right.
he went to the beach wearing sweatpants, shoes, like he had just sweatpants on, no undies, and just like a zip-up hoodie, no undershirt, and shoes, and he's walking around the beach talking to girls.
Oh, he was definitely the raging alcoholic of the season.
He had a penis drawn on his face, and those girls came home with him.
Oh yeah, one day I took a picture. We were on a fishing trip, and I took a picture of his arm. He had like probably 6 numbers total, like all over his arms and hands. Like girls were just giving. I'm like, what is going on? Who
my
would do
gosh.
that? But
But yeah, he brought home like garbage and didn't care.
And that's horrible when he makes the whole house smell. Totally.
It did. It smelled really bad.
And I gotta also give you credit for what you guys said, you know, that you didn't have sex in the house. And the way you said it, you wouldn't want to do that. Because I totally agree. If you're a dude on the show and you get some, you totally look like a hero. And the
Yeah.
girl you're bringing home looks like trash.
Trendy.
Or every season, every dude that hooked up with a girl in the house, the dude looked cool and the girl looked like a slut every season.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
you look
disagreed
back.
at first
That
until
was
you mentioned
literally
that.
my biggest fear going into it. I was like, I told everyone. He said it too. I was surprised because he's like, I don't want to hook up with anybody either. I'm like, you're lying. Because I'm like, this is a typical guy. There's no way. But No.
Well, when you heard your dad talking to you on the phone, man, it was pretty brutal.
The other thing I didn't want is I didn't want them to put like the little like time tracker on the bottom too, and like show that it only lasted 15 seconds. And then I roll out of the room, and like they show like my, that was all. No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Wow.
Nate plays just
really.
the tip, and it's done.
Yeah, show me walking into the room and at like 6:45. At 6:47, I'm rolling out.
Oh my god!
They did that once on Jersey Shore. When they had Sammy and Ronnie go into a room, and like 5 minutes later, they come out and they're like, "You're done already?" What the hell?
Yeah, that was truly embarrassing. I actually tried out for the Real World Miami, and I got pretty far. I was going to be like the stoner, and then they were like, "You can't smoke pot on there," and I was like, "Why not? It'd be pretty funny." And they were like, I said, "You have all the alcoholics," and then they were like, "Nah, it won't work." So I got all the way to the final thing, and that was it. But
Yeah, once you couldn't give up the weed, it was over for you.
No.
I think that's what our house needed was some pot.
Yeah, they did.
Could chill everyone out a little bit.
How long was the process to get cast into the Real World?
Don't ask her. She did nothing to get on the show. They asked her to come on the show.
Really?
How?
No offense, look at her.
You?
Jesus.
How did they find you? Or what happened?
I had met a casting director a couple years ago, and he really wanted me to go to the casting, and I didn't show up because I don't know. I was like, I know what you people do on these shows. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. You're going to make me look like whatever. And he's like, no. And I just wasn't having it. Plus, I was in school, and I was like, I'm not leaving school to go on a show. And then I saw it on Facebook, actually, the Real World page. It said, like, oh, something about the casting. So I, emailed them, and I was like, so I see you're casting. Like, haha, this is in April. And they started in, November. And he's like, yeah, actually, I just submitted your photo.
I just had to get on that show.
He's like, do you want to do it? And he's like, fill out this application. So I was like, why not? And I just filled it out. And literally a day later, they're like, can you Skype today? I'm like, I guess so. Like, we're literally done for, because they had already got everyone together for finals in LA. He's like, so I need to Skype you today so you can come to LA. So I was like, all right. So
they looked at the casting. They were like, we need to find the hottest blonde we can find and put her on here because all these people on here hate hot blondes, and that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was.
And
the
Zach put, I just want to find a hot blonde. That's it. In the casting, right?
How did you get cast? Because you took the regular route. She took the express one.
I never really watched The Real World, but I would always watch the spinoff, The Challenge. Since 7th grade, I was an addict of the show.
Oh, The Challenge is great.
I used to always tell my sisters, my friends when we'd watch it, I'd make people watch with me. I was like, I'm going to be on that show someday. And they always laughed at me. And then finally, my buddy Trent and I, Trent's a character, but we were hammered.
Right.
What was it, last Thanksgiving. And we all sent pictures and a bio in. And in February, they emailed me back and sent me a pass to go to the casting call. And I went there, and then I had to go back the next day. So I did 2 interviews that day, that weekend. Then I drove a train to Chicago. And then I did
drove the train?
I drove it.
Frank drives the train all the time. Frank drives the train.
And then I flew to LA and I did a Skype interview and they. I kind of had a feeling I was going to be on it after my first interview, but
nice.
I think you kind of, I don't know, it's weird.
I think they know what they're
everyone
looking for, yeah.
Afterwards, when we were all talking about how we got casted, we all kind of knew. It was weird.
I would have assumed you guys would have been on the challenge, but I think they go a different route now. After the Real World season's over, they throw the most unlikely people on for the challenge. Last year they did it, and they had, who was the guy?
Mike and,
Leroy
and Mike.
Well, they actually weren't supposed to be casted.
Yeah.
But last minute, 2 people that were supposed to be on it, once you talk about it on Twitter or something, you're done for. You can't go anymore.
Right.
It was very last minute that 2 people couldn't go, so they picked 2.
Yeah, Priscilla had Saturday, she had to tell them in 24 hours if she wanted to go, so she actually dropped out of school.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she had to decide if she wanted to drop
but
out or not.
Well, she had to stop kissing her mom and then say, "Okay, I'll do it."
This season's Battle of the Exes, so you had to have hooked up with someone and then broken up and not been together anymore.
Right.
And we didn't fit the criteria.
Really that's true. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But they don't really fit the criteria either.
Well, they made
but
it
I guess it was the closest.
Yeah, Priscilla and her mom should have gone.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
How did you like how her mom was talking to us at the barbecue in the shit they should have shown?
Oh
she
my
was
gosh.
wasted and it It was hilarious.
She looked like she loved
Tequila?
Yeah, she loves the worm.
She's a young mom, so they have fun together, you know.
Right. So yeah, she's more of a friend. Jerry, what did you think?
Yeah, Jerry.
No,
Here's some thoughts over there.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to keep track of all this, but I didn't watch the show in all fairness, so.
Oh, so you can't comment.
Neither did
I'm
Ashley.
having a hard time.
Wait, well, last week Jerry was talking about something.
No.
You guys have to hear about this.
Oh, gee.
He's sweating too.
The night we talked to you on the phone when we had Veronica on, didn't you call him on the phone and then you called her and they had the three-way conversation?
Are you drinking again? No, we're not. These are new guests, my friends. Welcome to Modern Problems.
He has problems.
Oh
That's
God.
what he's
That
on the
is one
show.
of his modern problems.
Yes, it is, definitely.
Am I wrong with that?
You're
You
wrong.
are totally
You're
wrong.
very wrong. You've never been more
Love
wrong.
you, Jerry.
Last week we had the show and we're talking about normal stuff. And Jerry said one of his friends was gay and their way of having safe sex was, how do they do it?
We're going back to this. It's called frottage.
Sword fighting?
Well, see, you call it sword fighting. He called it belly dancing.
Wait, what?
Starting the fire, rubbing the sticks together?
Frottage.
What is that?
It's how gay men have sex. Safe
I don't
sex.
even want to know about this.
Well, neither did I, but they kept prompting me to say something about
Me
it.
neither. But...
Okay, so what's...
We didn't want to prompt him. He kept bringing it up.
No, I didn't want to.
What's
Yeah, Jerry
frottage?
kept telling us all
I don't
about it.
know if I believe the whole bandana thing, though.
I don't either. I think that was just kind of like a thing they saw in the store.
That's what straight guys say to other straight guys about gay guys, I think. I think so.
Maybe.
No, Frank was telling us about that.
See, if I
About
knew,
what, bandanas?
The
I think
bandanas.
I
What does
actually
that
think
do?
it was the gay
Is that a
gangs
signal?
running out there. The colors.
Shut up.
Oh my God, you're wearing the yellow. You're going down.
Wait, what? When gay people wear bandanas?
Where were
that's
you
a
when this was
signal?
happening?
It's a signal?
Yeah, like the different colors.
I don't
Really?
think people follow it as much, but it was definitely when
What
we...
if I wear a bandana? Because I sometimes do.
It was like
That doesn't
different
mean
colors
anything,
meant
right?
different
You're winning.
things
No, you're
in the
good.
community.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're not gay, are you?
No.
Okay, you're good then.
But she kissed a girl and she liked it once, right? No?
Maybe.
All right, we're
I
not
don't
going to go
remember.
into it.
If I don't remember, it doesn't count.
wow.
So you, so what are you doing in Michigan now? You're a trainer, right? I read.
Yeah, I personal trained before. I kind of took a break from that, but I might get back into it in the new year.
Okay.
I'm kind of just
I mean, I think luckily
Nice.
for us, we don't really have to work at this point because, you know,
Right.
with all the traveling and just like fun stuff that comes up, we
Yeah.
don't have to.
All the personal appearances.
Which I would, you know, you got to take advantage of all that.
Yeah, you should.
Right?
You
Yeah.
should.
Definitely make that money now.
Yeah, exactly. And anybody who wants to book them, definitely look into it. They're totally worth it. They're hilarious. Zach will bench press you. He's gonna bench press me later. No.
That's a hernia
He
happening.
bench pressed me. Not
Yeah.
that that's saying much.
No, it's not saying much.
all 73
No offense.
pounds.
Yeah. You're all Lightyear.
73 pounds.
You're like Buzz Lightyear. If you lifted me up, forget it. Frank would have a Woody. Buzz Lightyear to the rescue! Shotgun, you want to go into a quick break? Come right back.
Let's go into Dispatch Valentine on Modern Problems Radio Show.
All right.